In the California Sierra foothills, a remarkable 13-mile limestone canyon offered something rare, a wilderness sanctuary accessible to everyone. Wondrous beauty, safe whitewater for rafting, soaring limestone walls with exquisite caves, sandy beaches for camping, all within reach of millions. By the late 1970s, 100,000 people a year explored this river. Families with young children, elders, young adults, people with disabilities, anyone could experience the Stanislaus River. It became the most popular whitewater river west of the Mississippi. The Stanislaus River is 100 miles east of San Francisco, just north of Yosemite National Park, and in between the towns of Angels Camp and Columbia. The runnable whitewater portion extended for about 13 miles upriver from the old mining town of Malones. Most trips ran just over 8 miles downriver from the Camp 9 put-in to Parrots Ferry. The Stanislaus River was less than 3 hours away for 7 million people. By the late 1960s, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers had targeted the Stanislaus for flooding. Its proposed New Malones Dam was unnecessarily large. A smaller dam could have met all flood control and water needs while preserving the river. What began as a handful of concerned river lovers in the late 1960s grew in the 1970s into a huge grassroots campaign. At the time, it was the largest ever to save a natural place. An initial petition drive gathered over 100,000 signatures within a year, but it failed to persuade the government to reconsider the dam. Friends of the River was then formed and spurred 10,000 volunteers to gather 500,000 signatures in order to place a statewide initiative on the 1974 ballot, Proposition 17. The organization also pursued legal challenges and relentlessly lobbied Congress and the state of California. When the lobbying failed at the end of the 1970s, some people also staged civil disobedience, including one person who risked his life chaining himself to a hidden rock along the river for a week, a brave act that temporarily halted the rising reservoir, while more efforts were made to save the river. These campaigns were driven by ordinary people who became extraordinary through their commitment. They kept finding ways to keep the river from going under. Most of these were young people who discovered their creativity and power and found innovative ways to try to save the Stanislaus River. Coming just after the first Earth Day in 1970, the Stanislaus became a rallying point for environmental activism, resulting in the largest grassroots environmental campaign in America. The stories of these people and of events on and off the river fill the Stanislaus River archive. In 1982, New Malones Dam flooded the Stanislaus, an unnecessary destruction that replaced a living river with a reservoir that periodically recedes to reveal the devastation beneath. Yet from this loss came lasting change and hope for the future. The Stanislaus was the last major wild river dammed in the United States. Just 2 years later, a dam proposal on the neighboring Tuolumne River was defeated by river activists, and that river became federally protected. The Stanislaus River campaigns pioneered legal, administrative, and organizational strategy and tactics. These included 2 statewide ballot measures, the second of which addressed broad water policy, in addition to stopping flooding of the Stanislaus River, litigation in state and federal courts, petitions to agencies, and many other measures. These all inspired a generation of environmental leaders. Friends of the River, formed to save the Stanislaus, continues protecting wild rivers over 5 decades later. Scores of activists who fought for this river went on to lead efforts including protecting redwood forests, critical species, metropolitan open spaces, and rivers in California and around the globe. The organization that first brought people with disabilities to rivers, Environmental Traveling Companions, started on the Stanislaus River in 1972 and has since served hundreds of thousands over its 50 years. The Stanislaus campaigns showed the power of grassroots environmental action, led mostly by young people who demonstrated what a community united by love for a place could achieve. For everyone who experienced it, whether on the river itself or through just the idea of protecting such treasured places, the Stanislaus River remains a sacred symbol of commitment to the natural world that we all need.